What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on, man?
Been a while since I seen y'all, man.
Yeah.
Let's start out by getting to know y'all a little bit. What's y'all name? Where y'all from?
I'm Steve from Phoenix, Arizona.
And I am Ty, also from Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. How old are you, Ty?
I am going to be 40 in December.
What about you, Steve?
I just turned 40 in October.
In October?
Yes, sir.
What brings y'all all the way to North Carolina from Phoenix?
Well, I guess the easiest way to put it would be it was supposed to be a chance to start over, a fresh start. You know, we came out here with the intentions of getting married and, you know, just kind of just starting over. Things were starting not to go so well for us back home, and her folks gave us an offer we couldn't refuse, come move in with them, and just a chance to save some money and get back on our feet and start our lives, you know, over again, you know, kind of a fresh redo, you know.
So y'all basically came out here to get away from the environment y'all was in and get a fresh new life.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that in a minute, but I want to get y'all's story. How y'all meet and what's up with y'all a couple? Y'all married or what?
Married.
We are
Y'all are married?
Yes.
Legally married?
Legally married.
So how y'all meet? What's the love story?
We've actually known each other since the 7th grade?
8th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah.
Okay, 8th grade we went to middle school together, and we went to high school together back home. Until, well, we went to freshman year together, but I ended up getting expelled freshman year and was not welcome back there.
Yeah. It was a hellion.
We weren't in any sort of relationship back home, but you know,
We had the same friends and whatnot.
Y'all running in the same circle.
in the same circle. Yeah.
Oh, I had a huge crush on him though.
You had
Oh my
a crush on
God.
him back from middle school?
Huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when y'all become official?
Official, it wasn't until I got out of prison
Until what?
I got out of prison in 2019,
2019.
and it was in the summer. It was June of 2019 when I got out, and within just a few months, thanks to Facebook, you know, I seen her on there. I started liking her posts and whatnot, and I got a message she sent me, you know, just kind of, wow, long time no see, how are you? And I responded with like a novel, you know,
novel.
I want to know that
So you wrote a whole page.
I just got out of prison, you know, I took a downward spiral after high school and got into drugs and just not some good things, you know, doing bad stuff to support my habit. And she ended up kind of responding with a similar kind of thing, like a similar kind of story. We both took the same kind of path, you know.
So y'all can relate to each other, each other's story. Since y'all been separated from middle school, y'all like, okay, I've been going through the same type of thing. So let's link up and see where it go. And it just y'all been together ever since.
Yeah.
Y'all married now.
Married now.
Okay.
She was actually in New Mexico at the time.
Yeah.
She was the director of the Church on the Street.
The director of what now? Church on the Street?
Church on the Street.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Phoenix Dream Center.
Okay.
They made me the director of the women's house. I started in Phoenix, shout out to Church on the Street. It was a good place. I actually, first time I went there, I did a their year-long program back in 2008. I was married previous to him, did the program then, and then just I kept, you know, that network open and whatnot, the people, the pastors and whatnot, and then I checked myself back in because I was done. I got pretty bad on heroin. I was strung out. I ended up pregnant, and I didn't kick the habit, you know, with the baby. I knew when I got pregnant that I was going to give the baby up for adoption. It was crazy. The adoption agency that I was was going through, literally like my adoption agent, like she literally would come pick me up. They put me up in a hotel, paid everything, gave me an allowance. We're gonna give me $10,000 after I had the baby, and it's a legitimate adoption agency. It wasn't some quack, you know, like that's gonna go sell your baby to like some crazy people or anything. Like, it was a legitimate business. But all I saw was a future, you know. $10,000 is a lot of money, and I had the intentions of getting clean and whatnot, and I knew, I just, you know, because I had been on the street and whatnot, and just death was in front of me, so I was like, okay. And I wasn't really ready to get clean then, but I knew that I could, you know, and with that kind of money, that kind of help, I had a better chance of succeeding. And I did not. My parents actually came to me and they were like, please just let us adopt the baby. And I was like, oh my God, no. I didn't want them, because then I wanted to make my peace with giving the child up for adoption, because abortion was not an option. And make my peace with it and not have to see the child every day, you know. Like, it's a huge thing to give a child to somebody else, you know.
Right.
About halfway through the pregnancy, I want to say I was like 6 months pregnant, I ended up overdosing. And thank God, you know, the guy that was with me, I could have bounced. I knew him for like 2 hours maybe. Normally people would just bounce, but dude called 911, Narcaned me twice. And when I came to, he was like, hon, he's like, I'm sorry. He was like, I've done everything I can. And he was like, I called 911, they're on their way. And he was like, now I gotta bounce. So he did. But thank God he was there to Narcan me twice. Baby, I ended up, I made the decision. My parents, I let them adopt the baby. They let me move back into their house. I hadn't been welcomed back into their home in like 10 plus years. They let me move back in. I got clean. I went on methadone, and I stayed clean. And so my parents had agreed to give me $10,000, you know, just to start my life and everything. And they gave $10,000 to a person that was only 5 months clean, and
Your parents?
yeah. And I mean, handed me a check to $10,000.
So they gave it to you?
And it was after I had the baby, and it just, I wasn't ready for that kind of money.
You went and got high with it?
No, and I legit, like, I think the $10,000 went in like 2 months, and that was because I think I spent $1,000 with, like, when I got that money, like $1,000 I think just went to dope, like, in that day. Just, it wasn't even a thought, like, of what I was gonna do, you know what I mean? Like, I knew before they gave me that money, that's where it was gonna go, even if I was saying, no, it's not, I'm gonna be good, I'm straight, I'm good, and it wasn't. And my dope dealer at the time ended up, like, because I had it cash money, like, I didn't have it in the bank account, like, I went and cashed it, and I had that money in my hand, and my dope dealer literally, like, beat the brakes off me, and took the money, and that my dope dealer beat the brakes off me. Robbed me, and that was it. And you know what's even fucking crazier is that afterwards, like, I want to say maybe like 6 months after that, like, I still fuck with him. You know what I mean?
Dang.
To get my
Stop by dealing with him again.
Just it was, you know, when you're out there and you need shit, like, it just that's how it goes.
You'll do anything to keep from being sick.
Yeah.
If you don't want him around with it, you're like, I gotta get it. I get it. I understand. I get that. So when y'all got back together, how's y'all life been together since y'all been clean? Was y'all clean when y'all met?
Yeah.
Y'all relapsed, or what's going on?
We started clean. He has like almost 5 years clean. I had like 4 years clean. I was still the director on Church on the Street. He courted me, man. Like, I mean, like a gentleman, like, courted me, like, on the phone. For the first 6 months, we talked every single day. I had never been treated like that by anybody. I'd never been treated like a woman or just like a lady, like just how I deserved to be treated, like I had any kind of worth. And he showed me what it was like to be in a real relationship, not based off sex or drugs or all this fucked up shit, you know what I mean? Like, And so
The
we
love was
just-
genuine.
Yeah, we got to reconnect and get to know each other again. I mean, he said, I mean, like the first month, like I think we knew, like that was it. We were good. This is what we wanted. We wanted to spend the rest of our lives together. I remember he sent me when I graduated one of the phases there. He sent me I love unicorns, and he sent me like this white gold unicorn, and just and it's not about the money, you know what I mean? It's just he took the time to see what I liked, and he knew me, like, and I've never in my life ever had that with anybody, and so just God blessed me, like God really blessed me, and then he busted his ass, and worked really hard, got us an apartment, got us a car. Everything, all the furniture that goes in there, and he came out to New Mexico, just to, show like how serious he was and whatnot. But I finished my commitment to them as director and whatnot, and then I came back home.
Right.
And,
So what kind of job did you have, man, before you do all that?
At the time, I was doing landscape construction back home. That's been pretty much any outdoor manual labor work is pretty much what I've done my whole life. But at the time,
they were doing like $1 million homes, man.
At that time, I mean, I was the head of, because back home in Arizona, everybody's yards is just rock. They're just crushed granite, just any different sizes. So pretty much I spent my days running a crew and shoveling rock all day long, just.
Let's work.
Oh, yeah.
Serious work, yeah.
How was the pay though? The pay was good?
Just start out, it was so, but after they saw my worth and that,
right.
I knew what I was doing and I could be trusted and motivate other guys, and I would bust my ass too, the pay got up there pretty decent, for at the time,
Yeah.
I mean, I was at the time making
$30 an hour.
Yeah,
Close.
I was probably making, after taxes and everything, almost $1,000 a week.
$1,000 a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Yeah, I mean.
Out of Texas.
Yeah,
that ain't
so we
bad.
get we pay is generally more back home there, but so is the cost of living is a lot more expensive.
So let's talk about y'all addiction, man. So what led to your relapse? Did y'all relapse here in North Carolina, or did you relapse in Arizona?
Arizona.
Relapse back in Arizona.
So when did things get rough?
Let's see. So she came, it was within the first week.
Yeah.
First week, y'all get back together?
When she moved,
when
came
I
from New
moved
Mexico
in.
to move in with me back home in Arizona.
Oh, so you left Mexico to come back to Arizona to be with him?
Yes, and she relapsed within the first week.
She said y'all didn't do it together. She did it by herself without you knowing, or did you know?
I didn't want him to know.
You knew
I tried
the
to hide
signs,
it from
symptoms.
him.
You knew.
But I didn't say anything at first, and I just, I just kind of sat on it. And it was about a week later, I came home one day, and I was just, I knew she had been using secretly, and whatnot. And I came home from work, and it was a really rough day. Me and one other guy, just the two of us, shoveled 20 tons.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot.
Granted, yeah, it was nonstop. It took us 10.5 hours for the two of us, just nonstop, going as fast as we could. And I came home, I walked to the door and I said, "Baby, I want to use some heroin."
Just like that.
I want to use some heroin.
And boom. And one instant you was back.
She was
I thought
like,
he was fucking with me. I'm like,
didn't know. No, absolutely not. She didn't know what was
nuts.
going on. And I ended up telling her, I know.
Like,
That
I know you've been doing your
relapsed.
thing.
I found your stuff.
Yeah.
I already knew even before I found it, and even still she was dead set against it, and I just kind of kept on until she caved.
Do you ever feel like you were looking for a reason to go back to it anyway because you seen her, you knew she was doing it, and probably was it eating at you before you decided to make the decision?
It was
before I relapsed.
I mean, I had been around. I mean, it's it was a struggle even before she came back in my life.
Right. Yeah, recovery is always a struggle. It's always a struggle.
I've been around it, so I mean, I went through my struggles, but when she, it made it easier.
It made it easier.
In my mind, it kind of just made it a whole lot easier. I didn't have anything you know, really holding me back in my mind that I came up with
I
to
think
stop me from doing it.
the biggest thing that like recovery that I see the problem is that they really don't equip you for the after, like going back out into the world, you know what I mean? They give you all this stuff while you're there, but you're living in a fishbowl, you know what I mean? Like,
they give you all the tools while you're in the fishbowl, but they don't prepare you for the ocean.
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I couldn't believe how weak I was. Like, I went to help a friend, man, and I wasn't seeking, I wasn't looking for it. Maybe I was, who knows? But I went to go help a friend, and man, I went to his motel room, and he's got shit everywhere, just dope everywhere. And I'm like, okay, Ty, and I'm like, you're good. I'm like, you're good. And I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, it's time to go. Let's go. I'm trying to drag this kid out this motel room, and it was my downfall, you know.
Right, and you relapsed right then.
I took his shit and was gonna dump it, and I held, and now mind you, like fentanyl was just hitting the street before like 4 years previous to that, so it was just the black tar, the heroin and stuff, so fentanyl was a whole other, you know, it's like 1,000 times, what is it, 100 times stronger than morphine or Demerol. So I'd never done it. So then when I did, I'm like, holy shit, you know. And it's the devil's drug, man. It really, really is.
Okay, so when you finally relapsed, Steve, and y'all after 1 week of being back together, she relapsed and you eventually relapsed with her. So at that time y'all had a house, car, and all that stuff.
We had an
So
apartment.
talk about that. What did y'all lose behind y'all addiction?
Slow. I mean, we just.
I see the tent right here. Y'all living in the tent right here?
We are homeless, living in the tent. I mean, back in Arizona.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, we are currently homeless, living in this tent right here. Back in Arizona, when we relapsed, I mean, like you said, we had a vehicle, we had a nice apartment, we had beautiful furniture. I mean, because I saved up all my money. I was living at a halfway house when I got out of prison.
Right, so you had a chance to save.
You know, and then I got a good job, and I stayed there, even though I didn't have to. I stayed there for a year at that halfway house.
So you saved your money for a whole year?
A whole year, just stacking money, and you know.
I wish I could do that.
And I was able to get us everything we needed.
So how did y'all end up losing it?
You know, once,
Did it go overnight, or was it slowly but surely?
No.
Where went first?
Let's see. First thing,
selling everything.
we started
Selling everything inside the house?
Yep.
Like the big TVs and all that type of stuff?
It was actually, I think our downfall, like when the marker in my mind was getting the title loan on the vehicle.
Oh my God.
That was.
Oh, yeah.
That was
And
in my
That
mind.
was a straw that brought the camel back.
It started at like $500, and we were able, because his credit was so good, we were able to go up to $5,000, and we just were like, in our minds, we're like,
Yeah, so y'all ended up losing the vehicle.
Yep.
And that was first, but y'all still had an apartment.
Oh yeah.
Y'all still had jobs at that time?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we ended up losing the vehicle. We moved from the apartment we were at, and we moved to Mesa, Arizona, because we couldn't afford. We were losing everything. We couldn't afford.
They had to go down to a cheaper apartment.
Cheaper place, and it wasn't that long after being there. Just by chance, you know, a tow truck came through, scanning all the plates in the lot, in the parking lot, and just happened to hit our plate and dragged it out of here before we didn't even know what happened to it. But I thought it got stolen, you know. But that was the straw that, as you said, the straw that broke the camel's back. But I mean, we struggled for long.
So did y'all stay in that the new apartment till y'all came to North Carolina?
Yeah. We went from there.
So what was the agreement that you made with your parents for y'all? You said y'all moved up here with your parents, right?
Yeah.
So, cause they offered y'all a better life.
Yep.
They had no idea about the drugs or anything. I have been a constant disappointment and like just an utter failure to my father, that like I couldn't be honest with him about that. I said we've run into some money issues, you know what I mean? And my stepmom just she was like, you know what? Pack your guys' stuff, come stay with us. You guys live with us rent free. You don't have to pay for a thing. You don't have to pay for a thing. All your money we will put into an account, and we'll match half that. whatever you guys make, we'll make it. We'll get you
That's
a
a good
car.
deal.
We will. Oh, it was
Man,
deal of a
that's a deal of a lifetime.
You know,
So when y'all got here, what happened?
So we came on a Greyhound, us and our dog, and he. So we came here with the intention to get clean, but we wanted to have enough to get us through so that we could just wean ourselves off. So he packaged up 150 fentanyl pills, because it's what it is back home, is the pressed fentanyl pills, and about a quarter ounce of like meth.
Y'all bring it with y'all.
Bring it. And then Greyhound, we got left in Pecos, Texas in the middle of the night. They said 15 minutes. We come out of the bathroom and it's gone.
The bus is gone.
Gone.
Everything.
All of our everything.
So the pills and dope was in y'all.
All of it.
In the luggage
everything.
on the bus.
So y'all just said,
fuck. We're fucked.
Yeah.
Oh man. And the crazy part is like, so I have to call my dad middle of the night, and he has to get us 2 more tickets. Like Greyhound wouldn't even like honor bullshit. You know what I mean? We finally, 5 days, a 3-day trip turned into 5 days. We get here, and so we're calling to get our fucking luggage, because you'd think it would just land where the fuck you know what I mean?
We're supposed to.
A month later is when we got that bag, and
y'all got it.
The only fucking bag that they had.
1 out of 4 bags.
Was
it
the
happened
bag
to
that
be
had
the
the
bag
drugs.
that we had. The
So that's how y'all. So before y'all, so was y'all here a month?
We pretty much.
What I'm saying is,
we
it took
had
a month
to
for the
go-
bags to catch up with
Yep.
y'all. So during that month, did y'all use?
We were trying, but
We were
no.
trying.
Y'all ain't know nobody, so y'all.
We had it licked. That's what sucked. We had it licked. We went through the sickness. We went through it
Cold
all.
turkey, man. Like,
Y'all had it beat.
We had.
And
it
that bag
beat.
came in the mail like it was
Bag popped up
like Santa
it
Claus.
If that
The
that's
devil- there was a
that's
devil in that
devil.
bag.
That's the
was.
There was a devil.
It really was.
And it's that man, like the devil, like he creeps in. Like, I'm a firm believer in God, and I'm a firm believer in the devil, and everybody thinks the devil, you know, this red guy with horns and a pitchfork, and nah, man, like they'll come to you beautiful and package your shit up like with a bow and everything, you know what I mean? And that's what it
Dang,
was, man.
that's a question, man. Did y'all ever wish that bag never came?
Oh my God, every day.
Yes.
So when the bag got here, who idea was it? Did both of y'all just say, "Oh, let's just do them all," or did one of y'all say, "Let's throw them away, let's flush them," or was it like, "Man, look, thank God, thank you, Jesus"?
I wish we were stronger. I mean, because ultimately the bag, it's not the bag or I mean, I wish it was just us being weak.
Right.
And honestly, the bag could have showed up and we could have just flushed the stuff.
Yeah.
But both of us right away were like, yes, thank you.
My dad drove us to
And
fucking,
we even still tried to,
where was
we're
it?
just going to do, the bag ended up showing up in Charlotte.
Yeah, we had to
But
drive all the way to Charlotte.
we
to
were
get
going
it.
to try to just, use
A little bit.
just a little bit.
Eventually, all of it was
Kinda
gone.
wean
I get
ourselves
that.
down.
So
It was just stuck in our head, because we didn't need to use it at all. I mean, we had to beat and
It's
wean
mental.
ourselves down. It was just us justifying in our.
sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. I get it.
Exactly.
So at this time, y'all were still living with your parents.
Yeah.
So how did you end up in this tent right here?
Well, living with them, I got a job doing landscape maintenance.
Oh, right here in North Carolina, you had a good job.
Yeah, I got a job doing landscaping.
Did you work?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So both of y'all had a job. Where you worked at?
I worked at
At the gas station?
We got the Speedway right here.
I see you pointing over there.
Yeah, and then I worked at Harris Teeter, and we wanted to save as much money as we possibly could. Living with in-laws can be kind of difficult,
Right.
especially
Living with anybody can. You want your own. I get it.
But yeah, we were both working full time, and we had an agreement with her stepmom that we were going to hand over our paychecks.
Went
They were going
directly
to
to
save
her.
them.
Until y'all got y'all somewhere else at, on your own.
Half match us, and that didn't go. That didn't happen.
Why not?
We started using, obviously what we had. Once we burned through that, I mean, we were full blown hooked again. So I was
easier
not
for
handing
me.
over my paychecks. I got paid every day. I told my boss and paying me every day cash money, and I would spend what I made every day. I would get off work and we'd go straight to the dope man's house and spend everything I made that day on dope. And so come the end of the week when they're expecting a paycheck And I got an excuse, and it dragged on, and it caused so much turmoil and animosity. They're wondering, where is all this money going? Why aren't you giving us your money? What's the deal?
They still have.
They still ain't know y'all was out here doing it.
No.
So
no.
did they eventually kick y'all out?
No. I know we frustrated them. They
there,
wanted to, but it. She was giving her money over in her paychecks because I was spending it all on mine. So we had saved up a couple of $1,000s.
Oh yeah, from like what
and one day we were sick and I didn't have any money. So I had a couple of days off work, and so I had no money to get us stuff. Her money was in the bank accounts and whatnot, so it was just like things built up.
Yeah, and this is how shitty this drug is. Like, this is how terrible this drug really is. Is like
knowing that
we're secure and safe here, and we have a future ahead of us. And I, without even consulting him, like, because that's my husband, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even go to him. I said, fuck this. I was at Harris Teeter. I took $40 out that fucking register, put it in my pocket, clocked the fuck out, and walked out. As a wrap. I went and picked him up, and I said, "Baby, I'm sorry. I took $40 out the register."
So you know you're gonna get fired.
I wasn't.
Thought you were gonna go to jail.
No, I just
I didn't give a,
Did you? Oh, so you quit the job?
Kind of quit.
Yeah, I just
without
quit.
Even
Like,
telling
fuck it. I don't
anybody.
give a shit. Took the money because I knew I was sick enough that I didn't want to fucking be there.
And plus, you still had a job across at the gas station, right?
Yeah. And so I was like, fuck it. And so I quit there. And I said, I can't live in this house anymore. Mind you, it was just because of the drama and the shit with my stepmom.
And the guilt.
And the woman's trying to exorcise demons out this man. I shit you not, like, with oil and everything, like, and it just, that became a lot, and just the stress that we had, and I just didn't want to go any further, and my dad to see it either. So I was like,
a stress that we caused.
So y'all just made a conscious decision. It's best to go.
I just did. And I didn't give him the option.
It was, we got money in this bank account, and why are we gonna sit here sick? So she said, we're leaving. We're out of here.
So where y'all go?
We ended up moving into a weekly hotel in Town Suites.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were there for about a year.
Ate me up because her dad pulled me aside, that night that we were gonna leave in the morning, and was literally crying and pleading, please don't leave, because if you guys leave now prematurely, go to a hotel, it's going to be the same thing over again, and you guys are going to end up homeless on the street. And he begged.
So he already knew the road y'all was going down.
Don't drag my daughter out onto the streets because of a bad decision you made. And he didn't understand. It was her. She was the one doing it. I kept my mouth shut.
But it was her. It was her. All that was her decision she made without.
It was me saying,
Yeah, because usually the man lead. That's why.
Yeah,
exactly.
So moving forward, at this time you were still working, and you worked across the street at the gas station. Do y'all still got y'all jobs now?
No.
So what happened to your jobs?
Let's see. We had the room in Town Suites for almost a year, working both of us, but barely scraping by.
I was doing some pretty
shady stuff at work.
Wait, it's your job?
Yeah.
You still at the cash register?
Oh yeah. But I was doing it in a way that, like, it was undetectable. Like, at first, small amounts here, small amounts there. And then I worked third shift, so you get a lot of people that come in there, people selling dope and whatnot, and I started hooking people up all the time.
Oh, so you turned the store into a trap house.
Pretty much.
So did you end up getting fired?
Yes.
You ended up getting fired?
Yeah. She should have fired me the first time.
For drugs.
Oh, so even your boss gave you chance after chance after chance.
Oh yeah.
You blew that too.
She did, and as much of a fucking shitty human being she is, and she really is, but like
she did give you a chance though.
She did.
So what about you? What happened to your job?
She went into work Friday and got fired that night. That 3 days later, on Monday morning, I messaged my boss about work, and he sent me a reply with pretty much, I'm sorry, but he was letting me go over a text message, and I still
over a text message.
Over a text
and
message.
He never did anything.
Kind of wanted you to go anywhere.
He busted his ass. The guy.
I think he kind of. I think what it was is he couldn't afford to keep me on the payroll anymore for
Right.
some
It was
bad
just
decisions and whatnot. But it just happened to work. So we both lost our jobs 3 days apart and living paycheck.
And eventually,
to paycheck like that.
y'all became homeless and innocent. So how y'all support y'all addiction now? Are you still using right now? What about you? Both of you guys still using? So how y'all support y'all addiction now without jobs?
Any way we can, from panhandling and flying a sign, just anything that pops up. You know, I mean, I'll do anything to make a buck. You know, a lot of the guys down over by the old bus depot down by the McDonald's, they're not allowed in any of the gas stations there. They've all been kicked out. So like, I'll run to the store and get them their alcohol for them for a small fee.
Yeah.
And I'll run and get.
Yeah, you the walking Uber.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever I
Yeah.
do, but it's gotten to
we're
the
good
point.
about just technology and stuff. Like we can, you got a phone, you Google locks, you can't get into, bring it to us, and we'll get you in. You know,
Okay.
so
Y'all got little hustles.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's what's going on, man. It's good. It's good to get y'all a story, man. Unfortunately, I got to end this interview. Been out here for a while. It's starting to rain. What y'all? It's about to get cold in a couple of weeks, man. It's probably gonna be cold tonight. What y'all gonna? How you? That tent gonna stay warm?
No.
So what y'all gonna do? 'Cause I know. Coming from Arizona, it's kind of cold out here.
Fuck yeah.
We have a little
Dad
propane
got us a
powered.
little buddy.
Oh, so y'all got like a little heater.
Propane. You know,
Yeah,
we don't even,
yeah.
I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, we're at the point right now. She's been there. She's given up.
I can't.
She-
Giving up? How? Look, I'm giving up. You say you want some help? You ready to get off of it?
to go
I
get
tried
help.
calling my dad about 8,000 times last night. It gets old being fucking sick all the fucking time, just over and over and over again. And I've been here and I know what the fuck I can do off this shit. I know what we can do. I know how better we are. We're better than this. And I just fucking,
Your father ain't pick up?
I tried like 8,000 times to call him and I couldn't. I got
a phone right here. You want to call your father? We can call him. I mean, if you want the help, you're crying. You say you want the help. You're tired. That's what I'm here for. And I got a donation for you as well. But hey, you want to call? I can take you over there. I got a vehicle. I mean, I don't never let nobody in my car. But hey, I can take y'all over there. I mean, because I want to see. It's about to get cold. Then I talk to a lot of people and they don't cry. They really don't want the help. They say they want the help, but they don't really want the help. But if you really want some help, I can take you over there. I can use my phone. We can set it before I leave, and I got a few dollars for y'all at the same time. So I mean, it's up to you.
If I called my dad, because the biggest thing, and even shittier is one thing I can say is I'm more scared of being alone and without him than to make that.
So you feel like you call your father, he won't be able to come with you?
No, I think he'll choose the drugs
For him?
over me. Yeah.
So you think he'll stay here? He don't want the help. You ready for the help, but he won't. But sometime, and this ain't to break up nobody, but at the same time, you can't.
Right.
It ain't a good idea.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta put yourself first. I know you love somebody, but sometimes it can be doing more harm than good.
Yeah.
If you're ready to get yourself together. You come out to him. If he ready to get himself together, it's cool. But if not, you gotta go. You gotta do what you gotta do. You can't stay out here in this tent in the wintertime out here broke. Just because you sometimes you gotta make the right decision. But I'm gonna let you make that decision. I ain't trying to turn nobody apart. But anyway, it's up to you. Just let me know. But anyway, before we end this interview, in case there's anybody watching that's going through the same thing y'all went through, well, not going through, but contemplating choosing that lifestyle, about to go down the same road that y'all went down, what type of advice would you give that person not to choose your lifestyle?
It seems so. I mean, I'm sure it seems so simple. It's just don't. I mean, you hear that over and over again, and it just seems so, don't do it. But honestly, it's the truth. I mean, there's, especially, when it comes to fentanyl, it's just, you're choosing death. There's no way around it. You are going to die if you stay on fentanyl one way or another.
It doesn't matter where you come from, what you come from. It doesn't matter if you came from money. It doesn't fucking matter.
It don't discriminate.
No, it fucking doesn't.
Yeah, I get
Not
it.
even a little bit.
Yeah, that's excellent advice. I got to end this interview, man. God bless y'all. Y'all got my number. If you decide to change your mind, and I'm not telling you to leave your husband.
Right.
But if you decide to change your mind, you want to contact your dad, you need a ride, whatever, call me and I'll come over here and I'll do what I can for y'all. Like, I still got a donation for y'all. I appreciate your time. God bless y'all, and I hope y'all get it together, man. If I see y'all again, hope y'all be solid in y'all recovery. God bless y'all, man. Thank you, man.